Alrighty, good evening everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Taking a look at your forecast for this weekend and really sort of focusing in on the next couple of days. It's going to be a bitterly cold day if you got plans for Valentine's Day. Now tonight, not too bad. We're hanging out in the low 30s to upper 20s around the area. Only snow that we've really got out there on radar right now is up here in northern Indiana and into Ohio. So nothing that we really have to worry about here tonight, but that will change tomorrow. Take a look at future radar for tomorrow. Here's about 9 a.m. according to the high-res ARW model. We've got some snow that'll be starting to move into the area, and as we put this into motion by 10, 11, here by noon, we got most of it coming through the area, as you can see. And then, of course, it is pretty much gone by the time we get into the early afternoon hours. This is due to a strong cold front that is going to plow through the area, folks. As far as what you can expect tomorrow here, well, basically, we would say a trace to maybe a ½ inch across the area here in areas where you see this first light shade. So we're not expecting anything major out of this at this point, but, a light dusting or a little bit more is easily possible out of this. The bigger story here, along with those snow showers, is going to be the temperatures. In fact, let's just take a look at here. Here's our temperatures as we go through the overnight hours. Starting tomorrow morning, we may get to about 30 to 32 around the area this tomorrow morning before we start to fall off sharply in the afternoon. But notice how quickly we fall off during the afternoon hours. In fact, by the time the late afternoon hours, 5 o'clock comes, we're already down to 19 here over portions of the area. 19 here in Huntingburg, 11 already up here in Bloomington, 21 there in Evansville. So you can see how bitterly cold the air is. If you got Valentine's Day plans tomorrow night, taking your sweetie out to Olive Garden or whatever you're ending up doing, folks, bundle up because it's going to be falling. By the time we hit 10 o'clock, we are already single digits around the area. It's going to be downright stinking cold, ornery type of cold. In fact, we're going to go down to the single digits. It looks like maybe 5 to 7 degrees across the area. Some places are going to be flirting with 0 and even below 0 temperatures with this. Now, winds, of course, are going to be the big thing with this as well. Winds are really going to be whipping out there tomorrow. By the time this cold front starts to kick up tomorrow, we are really going to have those winds whipping. In fact, by the time you get into these green shades indicate 20-mile-per-hour plus winds, and you can see they're around all day long. So again, a good 15 to 25-mile-per-hour wind can be found tomorrow, and what that's basically going to do to the wind chill, folks, tomorrow. Take a look at this. By the time you start your wind chill off in the morning, we're into the upper teens, but as we go throughout the day, the wind chill just drops rapidly, so that by the time dark hits, we're already below 0 for our real field temperatures, and it's just going to get downright bitterly cold. We're talking wind chill temperatures of 0 to 10 below by the time you wake up on Sunday morning. So it's going to be downright stinking cold. Now, beyond this chance, we have yet another chance for some snow to move in. So here's what we got right now. Here's what the NAM is saying for things, and you can see there is this system right here that's ready to dive down, and watch how the NAM takes it down. It starts to dive it down so that by the time late in the afternoon, some snow breaks apart here in maybe around the Paducah area, southern Illinois into Missouri. That quickly starts to overspread at least part of the region as we go into the overnight hours on Sunday night into Monday. That could bring some light accumulations at this point. There's a big if on that, because if we take a look at what the NAM does on this, and let me sort of back this up here, the NAM, the GFS, that was the NAM we were looking at. The GFS, here's that system as it starts to dive down as well, but notice it takes it to the south of our area and completely misses us. In fact, it is so cold, according to the GFS, that the new low that forms down here actually tracks along the Gulf, and we get completely missed with anything. If the GFS has its idea on snow, the snow that we're going to get is what we get on Saturday with the light dusting, and the accumulating snows stay down to our south. The NAM, not so with that. The NAM actually gives us some light accumulating snows here, but notice it's a very sharp cutoff. Basically, the reason why is we're going to have a very strong Arctic high pressure up here, and remember, that's going to put a strong sort of a halt to these things. And basically, what you're going to see is that Arctic high pressure is, is only going to allow so much to move through, the snow to move up so far, folks. That's sort of the bottom line there. As far as what we could expect, if the NAM has its way here, a good 2 to 4 inches across the area could be possible potentially here on on Sunday night. But again, we'll know more about this tomorrow, and of course the reason why we'll know more about this tomorrow is because this system is actually just now getting on shore. It's kind of confusing what we've got here, but let me explain it. Basically, the lines you see here are height lines at 500 millibars, so we're looking at basically the mid-level jet stream. The color fill on here is vorticity, and this is basically spin in the atmosphere. Basically, think of this is where the pieces of energy are. This is the energy that can produce things, and what you see right here is some energy that's moving on shore. This is fast going to move our way on Sunday night, and that's what is going to move in and bring us some light accumulating snow chances for Sunday night. We've also got some more energy out here that's going to move on shore, and this is a secondary piece of energy. This secondary piece of energy will come up like this as well, but by that time the mid-level jet stream is going to take a big shift and start to go sort of down like this before it starts to even back out and go back out again. What this will do is spawn a secondary low pressure at the base of that trough. Now, big questions remain on this, all right? Is that low pressure here, will it interact with this cutoff low that's down here or not? The NAM says no. Some of the other models say yes. So how that interacts is going to determine how much moisture this secondary low has available to go with it. But basically what you're going to see at that same time is another huge ridge of high pressure up to our north, and it starts to retreat off this way a little bit. You've got yet another cold front that's going to be moving in and putting a squash on things. So that's going to make the low sort of track along the Gulf. Is it going to track more like this and then start to head up the coast? Or is it going to be squashed so far that sort of goes out to the Gulf of Mexico before it starts to track up this way? So the modeling is in disagreement on that right now. All right. Let me put this here into motion, and I'll show you exactly what I mean as that system starts to move down. Let me get over here to Sunday evening. Just to give you an idea, there it is. There's that piece of energy that is located over here now. It's worked its way down to Sunday evening, and we're starting to get some of those snow showers probably work its way into our area because of this energy that's moving over us. There it is. There's that dip in the jet stream, and as you take it out here to the end, there it is, and it's certainly going to spawn. This is as far out as the NAM sees right now. It'll certainly spawn something, but the question is where it's going to track at this point, and that, of course, is the big guessing game. What I want you to see is notice this, though, right up here. This other piece of energy is from another cold front. That cold front is going to bring a reinforcing shot of Arctic air down here with it, and basically as this new low pressure forms, it's not going to be able to go very far north because you got this cold front that's wanting to force its way south. So that low is going to be forced to go to the south of us, the bottom line. There's no danger of rain on this point as far as I can see for the Monday, Tuesday event. Question is this low going to track more like this, or this low track more like this, or will it be squashed so far south that it really just even goes out into the Gulf of Mexico? Really, with that, folks, only time can tell. All right, let me take all this off here. Let's go back to our other model here and try to finish up. So there's the snow chances that we could get beyond this system, though. Let's take a look at the GFS. I'll show you the GFS. Basically, it doesn't interact with this system at all. There's the low as it starts to form. Notice there's the cutoff low down here with its energy. The GFS never interacts with it. Not much to speak of here at all. And basically what you get here is a low that tracks so far along the Gulf of Mexico here that the extent of the precipitation shield maybe goes up into a small portion of Kentucky at best on the GFS. Excuse me. So the GFS would look like this. Not very much moisture with it here, and for us, everything stays down to our south, and really on the GFS, the only thing that you would end up getting here is the light snow showers that we have available to us potentially here on Sunday. All right, folks, my apologies there for the jumpiness. Had a coughing fit there. Didn't figure you wanted to hear that. But by and large, the GFS tracks that so far down to our south that it's just out of our area. Now, could that track a little bit more to our north? Yeah, it certainly could. This storm system, as I showed you out here, just sort of go back to where we're at with it right now. All right, this is the first piece of energy. It's on shore. It's into our upper air network that's going to come. But right here is that second piece of energy. This piece of energy right here is going to come up here. It won't get on shore until probably later tomorrow afternoon. And that's going to be the piece of energy that's really going to affect what happens with this secondary low and where it goes. So it's really going to be Saturday night runs and into Sundays before we have really good data on that available to us, to be completely honest with you. So for right now, as far as anything, it's anybody's guess. Is this really a good data or not? Who knows at this point? We'll have to wait and see. By tomorrow, hopefully we'll know a little bit more, but this is sort of where we stand right now. Is the GFS believable? I think the GFS is believable, that it's going to track mostly out of our area. I do believe that. I think we're going to have a hard time getting this to go back north, but I could be wrong. I think that cold front and that reinforcing shot of cold air in our north is basically going to squash it down south of us. But it doesn't give us anything with this first wave moving through on Sunday night, and the NAM does. The NAM absolutely nailed it the last snowstorm, whereas the GFS had some struggles. So let's see what the NAM continues to do with this one. Because it's sampled, I'm sort of leaning towards some light snow showers here for Sunday night for us. But we'll keep a close eye on that, and hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to fine-tune those details a little bit more. In the extended outlook, though, it does get very cold for us. But folks, look at this. We get a warm-up back into the upper 30s and low 40s. We start to at least trend more towards normal. So it's not going to stay bitterly cold forever, but we got some very cold weather to deal with. In fact, if we just go here to southernindianaweather.com and then take a look at your 10-day forecast, folks, very cold tomorrow. Again, we're going to fall. Occasional snow showers in the morning, lasting into the early afternoon. Maybe a half inch at the most in some spots with the most aggressive snow showers, but a dusting for most folks if you're lucky enough to get under a snow shower. Temperatures will rapidly fall in the afternoon, and it's going to be very breezy. Watch out for those dangerously cold wind chills. If you got evening plans tomorrow night, folks, just be aware of that. We're going down to an overnight low of 5 degrees by the time you wake up on Sunday morning, so we're talking bitterly cold weather. We don't recover much on Sunday, 21 degrees for your high because that Arctic air is so strong. We're going back down to near single digits again on Sunday night. Some of us probably will get into single digits again. Then on Monday and Sunday night, here we go. Those light snow showers move into the area. We're just going to say snow accumulation possible at this point and sort of leave it at that. I think we will dry it out then. I think that other system is probably going to stay too far to our south to really interact with us the way things look to me. I went with a mix of sun and clouds and a bit warmer for Tuesday, but I'll fine-tune that tomorrow as a result, and we'll see how it goes. Then the reinforcing shot of cold air moves in again behind that. We're talking single digits again for Wednesday night. So some very cold air coming this week for us behind that. Thursday, a few clouds. It'd be a nice day sunshine-wise, but only up to 25 for your high. Very cold, but the warming trend will start next weekend as we have a chance of some rain or some light snow showers moving into our way again. Yet another system to track, but we'll have to just take it one storm system at a time, and we'll see how it does. So I'll have another update for you tomorrow, folks. It won't be as long as this update, but I'll update you up on what the models are saying. Hopefully we'll be able to fine-tune these details a little bit more and get more of a handle on things. But as it stands right now, I do think that we got a decent shot at least of seeing some light snow showers tomorrow, and then especially on Sunday night into Monday. We'll take it one at a time. That's it for now, folks. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time.